video, me and Reliable Rants will debate who we think will be all-stars this year. You can subscribe to him right here, and make sure you check out his channel. Captain of Giannis for the first in the East. He's been for sure their best player. They've been way better than last year, and they arguably don't even have a second all-star.
I actually do not agree on this one. I have Kyrie Irving. Now, yes, I think Giannis is the better player, but I think Kyrie, I feel like the NBA would have Kyrie be the captain because LeBron's the captain of the West. If there was a captain of the East, I think it would be Kyrie, and obviously it would be LeBron for the West.
Point guard of Kyrie, he's helping the Celtics stay in the finals discussions. He's helping the young players through adversity, and he's arguably the clutchest player in the league.
With the point guard position, I also have Kyrie Irving. I mean, he's the most elite point guard in the East right now. And you could definitely say Kemba Walker, but it's a really debatable question.
What the hell did you just say?
Stop it. Get some help.
Kyrie's also on the better team, so I think this is a pretty easy one right here.
Shooting guard is Jimmy Butler. He's able to produce while arguably being the third best player on the Sixers. That's the reason I didn't give it to a player like Victor Oladipo, because for Victor Oladipo to produce like he is now, he has to be the best player on the team.
With the shooting guard position, you guys might be, a little bit surprised, some of you, but I got Victor Oladipo, okay, starting at shooting guard. One of the reasons I have it is because this year, Oladipo definitely has a bigger role on his team. Like, as we know, Jimmy's on the Sixers, Victor Oladipo's on a team with no other all-star. So, Oladipo is the most valuable player to his team, and he's shown that he could put up 20 every night and be a very clutch player. I definitely think Oladipo would start over Jimmy Butler for the Eastern, but I respect both people's opinions. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below.
Small forward is Kawhi. Although it doesn't help his case that they haven't been terrible without him, they are the second in the East, and they've been much better pretty much swapping DeRozan for Kawhi.
At the small forward position, we both like Kawhi Leonard. This is a pretty obvious one. Kawhi Leonard is the best small forward in the East. If you think about it as Giannis as a power forward, because Giannis is a power forward and a small forward, but I like him as a power forward. So I'm going to say Kawhi is the best small forward in the East, and there's no question that he should be starting at the small forward position. He's had a really big bounce back year on the Raptors, and we all think he's going to re-sign. Future looks still bright for Kawhi Leonard, and let's move on.
Power forward Giannis, I pretty much went over all of this. First in the East, he's really good, yada yada yada.
Now, as what I just said for Kawhi, you guys could probably guess that I have Giannis at the 4th spot. Giannis is just an all-around beast, bro. He came up a couple years ago, started playing lights out, and he's never stopped. MVP candidate this year, this one's pretty easy.
Center is Joel Embiid. He's arguably the most dominant center in the NBA, at least I think so. He spreads the floor too, and if we gotta be honest, there's no real competition. Who else is gonna be the starting center? Nikola Vucevic, Andre Drummond.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
At the 5 spot, also a very easy one for me. We both agree. I got Joel Embiid. He's got Joel Embiid. This is an easy one. Joel Embiid is a monster, arguably the best center in the NBA. So this one is definitely an easy one. Joel Embiid, best center in the East by far. I gotta put him here at the center position.
First off the bench is Blake Griffin. He's been keeping the Pistons' playoff hopes alive. He's quietly been having a good year, and without him, they're pretty bad.
I put my bench players in a different order than him. So, starting point guard off the bench. Wait, starting point guard off. The first point guard off the bench, I got Kemba Walker for the East. Kemba Walker is just an all-around beast. Really plays a point guard position, and he's by far the most valuable player to his team. He's been with the Hornets forever now, and all the Hornets can think about is re-signing him. So, Kemba Walker is by far an all-star this year, very underrated. He's starting to get his love that he deserves, and by far, point guard off the bench.
Second off the bench is Bradley Beal. He's been amazing without John Wall. Somehow he's kept this Wizards team from completely falling apart. Without him, not only would they be bad, but their whole team would be a mess from the front office down.
Now, the first shooting guard off the bench for me is Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine has been an all-around beast, putting up 23 points a game this season. At the beginning of the year, he was putting up like 26 or 27. It was crazy. But Zach LaVine's just been an all-around beast. He's definitely going to make his first All-Star appearance this year. You guys might be thinking, but the East, the Bulls aren't good right now. So how is he going to... Look, he's putting up 23 points per game. It's hard to pass up Zach LaVine being an All-Star this year. Definitely probably going to get most improved player. Zach LaVine is definitely going to be an All-Star.
Next is Kemba Walker. He's a top 5 point guard in the league. Although his stats are a little bit inflated due to his situation, which is being the best player on a bad team, he's for sure without a doubt an All-Star.
Starting small forward position. I keep saying starting off the bench. At the small forward position off the bench, I got Jimmy Butler. Now, Jimmy is still going to be All-Star. His listed position is a small forward, so that's why I have him at small forward off the bench. But I just think he's going to be a small forward coming off the bench for the East. No, he's still Jimmy Butler no matter what team he's on, putting up 20 plus a night. You know what you're going to get from Jimmy Butler, and the Sixers and him have had a little bit of problems, but he's going to ball out every night, and he's just a competitive player, deserves to be an All-Star, definitely going to make an All-Star appearance this year.
Next is Zach LaVine. Sure, the Bulls haven't been good, but I didn't expect the Bulls to be good. Even though he hasn't helped them win, he's been having a phenomenal season, and he should be recognized by being an All-Star.
Now, this is where it gets controversial. At power forward coming off the bench, I got Ben Simmons.
You what?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I just think he fits the All-Star game really well, and I just think, Ben Simmons, he's a really hype player. He's a really exciting player and definitely fits the All-Star game. Him throwing off to Joel Embiid in the All-Star game would be really sick. I really think he's going to be an All-Star this year. He's been balling out for the 76ers. He's made a couple jump shots, which has made him better. And I just think he's definitely going to be an All-Star this year. Putting up 16, 9, and 8. Those are pretty good numbers, and he's just an all-around beast. He's definitely going to be an All-Star.
Next is Victor Oladipo. Statistically wise, he's been having a slightly worse season than last year. For sure, still an All-Star. He's been having a great year still.
Now, before you guys say,
Blake Griffin, what about Blake Griffin for power forward? Blake Griffin, where's Blake Griffin? What about Blake Griffin? Blake Griffin, he's putting up amazing numbers.
Chill out, alright? At the center off the bench, I got Blake Griffin, okay? Blake Griffin's been balling out, and I know that. I got Blake Griffin off the bench, okay? Blake Griffin definitely deserves to be an All-Star this year, putting a 24 game this year. Those are crazy numbers, and he's probably having the best year of his career. Now, you guys might also be thinking,
but Blake Griffin's not a center, so how is he starting center off the bench?
I mean, you guys might probably not have been thinking that. That was a bad one. But still, come on. You guys know that. Off the bench, you don't need to have point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Like, Blake Griffin, he practically plays center sometimes, and it's not that big of a deal. Blake Griffin definitely coming off the bench at center. It's not like they're gonna actually do positions. It's an all-star game, okay?
Next is Nikola Vucevic. It was between him and Andre Drummond for me. I thought he meant more for the Magic than Andre meant for the Pistons, so I give it to him. He's dominant in the paint. He's been helping the Magic stay around that 500 mark.
Now with the sixth player off the bench, I got none other than Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic has been balling out this year, putting up 20 and 11, and he's just been an all-around beast this whole year, and I really think he deserves to be an all-star. The Magic haven't been that good, but Vucevic has been so amazing. And knowing that the East doesn't have a lot of firepower, Vucevic would be a perfect player to come off the bench at that 6th spot. So I got Vucevic there. Tell me what you guys think in the comments.
Lastly is John Collins. I know this is going to be very controversial, but I strongly believe he's an all-star. It's between him and Chris Middleton for me. Quietly, he's been having a great year. Nobody's really talking about it because of how bad the Hawks are. Everybody's talking about Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Omari Spellman. Everybody keeps forgetting how great this kid is.
Now with the last spot off the bench, I got none other than Bradley Beal. There's no way he couldn't be an all-star this year. Isn't that lighting, bro? There's that lighting. Alright, so there's no way he couldn't be an all-star this year. Bradley Beal's just been a lights-out three-point shooter, stepped in when John Wall's gotten out. As we know, John Wall's out for the whole season. He's just been a lights out player and definitely the leader for that team right now. I think Bradley Beal also has a bright future in the NBA. There's no way he's not going to be an all-star. He's the last person coming off the bench for me. Now tell me what you guys think about the Eastern All-Stars in the comments down below.
Skills Productions.